What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to share with you a little bit different style of a video, but the vices aren't an option for the person that you want to be in this life. And I wish someone told me this. I wish someone shared these things with me, because a lot of people are in the dark and they don't know, they're not aware of what's really taking place, and they run to vices, and it just causes them to get deeper and deeper into the hole, and it's really hard to come out of that. But I'm going to break it down for you guys today so that you can kind of reframe your mindset around the vices and adversity and life, because these things aren't an option. Honestly, you should be looking at these things like, if anyone drinks, if anyone does drugs, if anyone watches porn, or if anyone eats junk food or does nicotine or any of the vices, if anyone does any vice, we should all be looking at this as a major problem. Like, that's a problem. Oh no, why is that person doing that? They shouldn't be doing that. Don't they know it's not going to do anything good for them? Like, it's not actually going to solve the issue that they're going through. It's not going to actually alleviate the pain that they're going through, but actually just ignite it and make it stronger, make it deeper, make it hurt more when that high wears off. So I'm going to break it down for you guys today. The vices aren't an option for the man that you want to be. Number one, your vices are coping mechanisms, not companions. Vices feel comforting in the moment, super pleasurable in the moment. Yeah, you get that release, but they're a cheap substitute for God's presence. They're a cheap substitute. I'm telling you right now, after having done the drugs, having done the alcohol, having done the porn and the junk food and all the vices and the nicotine, I'm telling you right now, those moments that you're seeking that release or that pleasure, they're costing you so much. They're costing you so much, first of all. Second of all, they're actually worthless. Those moments of pleasure are so minuscule, and it's costing you so much that you're not even aware of, that you realize, oh shit, that wasn't even worth it. But you only get to that place when you get on the other side of it. Okay? You're not escaping stress. You're escaping responsibility. You're going to have stress, anxiety. It's part of life. Like, you go through things in life, you're going to go through things. So stop trying to escape that and start taking accountability. Okay? Ask yourself, why do I keep running back to what I said I was done with? This happened to me time and time again. One of the most difficult things for me was watching porn. And that was one of the most difficult things for me to let go. But that was the biggest breakthrough once I let that go, because it was like, oh, you see a whole nother side of yourself, or a whole nother side of yourself becomes available to you, because that was the very thing that was holding you back from growing, from evolving. Okay, so stop running back to the things that you say that you're done with. Follow through on your word. Okay. Now, a lot of people use vices to fill emotional voids like loneliness, pressure, self-doubt, lack of self-confidence, wanting to get others' approval. Okay. But this became so evident to me when I was golfing. So I'd go golfing with friends and we'd drink, and my friends would get, shots of tequila, and the cart girl would come around, they'd get shots of tequila. So I'd take shots with them. I'd take shots and we'd all take shots. And it got to a point where I was like, after that day, like after a however many times of doing that, I got to a point where I came home and I was like, dude, I don't even want to do that. I feel like shit when I drink. And then I really thought to myself, and I was like, hey, I got to be able to stand up and say, hey, I'm good. Like, I don't want to do this. And if they can't accept me, if they can't accept playing golf with me and not drinking, or being around me and I'm not drinking, they're not the people that I should be around anyways. And that's the level of respect that you have to have for yourself to get to that point where you realize this. Like, oh shit, dude, stop trying to fit in so much and start being you and let the right people be drawn into your life. Like, hey, if they're not cool with you being you, you shouldn't be around them anyways. Otherwise, you're just going to be putting on a mask, and you know how that feels. 99% of the world is putting on a mask, not being who they truly want to be, and they're empty inside. They have a void inside. That's why they do the vices, because they're not stepping into who they were truly created to be. Okay? The man you're becoming doesn't run from comfort. He runs to purpose. He doesn't run to comfort. The instant gratification, the short-term pleasures are not an option for the person that you want to be, because I'm telling you right now, those are the very things that are holding your spirit back from elevating to the level necessary in order for you to fulfill your purpose, to fulfill your mission, whatever it is that you want in this life. Okay, number 2, the man you're called to be already said no. That future version of you, he already made the decision. He's not even tempted. When those temptations come up, he's like, nah, dude, I don't want to go back to that version of me. Fuck that. So you have to understand that these aren't even an option. Every time you give in to lust, porn, weed, junk food, drinking, you're stepping out of alignment. You're stepping out of alignment with who he created you to be, and that's going to leave you empty every single time. Now, would the man you admire, the man you're building, say yes to this? Would he say yes to all the short-term pleasures? Would he say yes to the temptations? For the man that truly walks with faith, that truly walks with purpose, that's truly here fulfilling the purpose, the mission that he's been given, would he give in to those short-term desires? The weak temptations of the flesh, to where he can be manipulated and controlled and lured and showing his weakness? Like, if you do the short-term pleasures, you can't be trusted. You can't be depended on. You can't lead, because you're giving into the very things that crumble people and break people and leave people out to dead. Like, if you aren't strong enough to refrain from those short-term pleasures, you can't lead. You can't be the man that you were called here to be. Because what? At the first sign of difficulty, at the first sign of weakness, you're going to give in and cave to the comforts, to the pleasures, to the temptations, and sacrifice yourself for those things? No, you have to stand strong. You have to stand firm on what you believe in, regardless of what the temptations are, regardless of what the temptations are in the physical. Now, you're not just saying no to the vice, you're saying yes to him. You're saying yes to the one that he created you to be. Every time that you say no to the vices, you're saying yes to becoming the version of you that God created you to be. Now, when you choose discipline, you're not depriving yourself. You're becoming yourself. You see, all these things, all these vices, that's not really you. That's the devil. Those are demons. And it's only when you give those things up where you actually realize it. Like, oh shit, that wasn't even me. That was a demon within me that was wanting to get its fix. Oh shit, okay, I just have to deprive it. I have to not feed it. And I have to not give it my attention, not feed into the energy, not engage in that thing anymore. And as you do, slowly but surely, it dies off inside you and it's released. Now, you will get to where you want to go much faster when you stop getting in your own way, when you remove these things. Number 3, every compromise reinforces the old identity. It's not about the single action. It's about the agreement you're making with who you used to be. Vices are subtle contracts with your former self, keeping you locked in old patterns. Okay, it's so much deeper than just the physical. Like, oh yeah, I was in a relationship with a woman, and I was like, oh yeah, I can still watch porn. I can still do that. Like, oh yeah, it's nothing here and there. It's nothing, but you don't actually realize how much deeper it's taking a toll on your spirit. Like, that's in the back of your mind that, oh yeah, I have intimacy with her, but I also have intimacy in this manner as well. Like, you don't realize how your energy is being pulled in two directions. Like, the second that you cut that off is the second that you actually start to allow for this this area of intimacy with your woman actually to thrive, because you don't have any other outlet. This is it. So you're going to pour all that energy into that area, because you're not giving it to anything else. Okay. You can't walk in new authority with old behaviors. You have to let that part of you go. Those parts of you need to go. They need to be sacrificed, because I'm telling you right now, those aren't even you. And when you get on the other side of it, you'll realize, oh shit, why did I ever even do those things? It's crazy that I ever even did those things. That wasn't even me. Okay? Number 4, you're delaying what God's trying to give you. Vices dull your spirit. They delay clarity. They weaken your ability to hear God clearly. Okay? Every time that you say yes to the vices, you're telling God that you're not ready. You're telling God you're not ready for what you're asking for. Because you're giving into the short-term pleasures, the things that you know deep down in your heart you shouldn't be doing, that are taking control of your spirit, taking control of your temple. The body is the temple of the spirit. So when you give in to these things, you're giving your body away to feel this rush of energy for an outside source. You're giving it to an outside source. Hey, I'm exchanging my body, my life force, for this pleasure. And you're not going to receive what God has for you, because you're giving it away to the enemy, to the devil. Every time you numb out, you're turning down the volume on divine instruction. He's guiding you through your conscience. And this is what I teach in the Higher Self community. The daily habits that cause you to align with your higher self, cause you to align with your conscience. As you start to listen to this voice more and more, you're actually guided to the fulfillment of your purpose. The vision becomes clear to you. Like, you realize why you're here. But you have to remove the distractions. You have to remove the vices. You have to remove all those things that are not part of it. There's something God wants to reveal to you, but he needs your full attention and obedience. He can't give it to you now. He can't give it to you when you're being a degenerate. He just can't. Why would he give it to you? Why would he show you that when you're not in the right state to actually fulfill it? You need to get right first. Discipline is the invitation into destiny. Okay. You're able to tap into deeper levels of consciousness as you start to release these things from your spirit. You see, these things are demons that are part of your spirit right now. You don't even know why. Oh, you just fold. You just cave to the vices. You don't even know why. Oh, fuck, I did that again. You don't even know why. It's because that's a demon within you. That's the devil that's taking control of your spirit. And I'm telling you, through these daily habits, you remove the devil from your spirit. And you start to align above, you start to align within, and align with the version of you that he created you to be. Number 5, freedom isn't found in avoiding the battle. It's found in conquering it. Avoidance creates bondage. Confrontation creates freedom. The greatest version of you is on the other side of that resistance. You're wanting to avoid these things. You can't avoid it. There's no way out, only up. Only up. There is no escape. Not for the one that you want to be. Give it all to him. Sacrifice it all to him. Say, God, you know what? I know that you brought me here for a reason. I have a purpose. I know that you created me uniquely me for a specific reason that only I could fulfill. You have to give up these things that are not serving you. Because I'm telling you right now, you already know what's not serving you. So if you already know it, that means that's happening for a reason. Like, listen to that voice within you and give those things up. Okay, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being willing. God doesn't need you to be flawless. He needs you to be available. And he can't fill a vessel that's already full of vices. Your vessel is dirty. If you're engaging in vices, your vessel is dirty. It's not clean. He's not able to flow through you freely because you have it blocked off for all these things that are feeding your ego. And once you let those things up, you'll realize. So if you're serious about becoming the man that you want to be, then the vices are no longer an option. They're no longer an option. Okay, and this is what I teach in the Higher Self community. But watch my content. If you want to watch or view my story on Instagram every single day at Michael Vincent Mindset, I'm walking the path. I'm sharing wisdom. I'm holding you accountable because I know that this is what we all really want. We all really want to walk in alignment with God. We all really want to walk in alignment with who He created us to be, in alignment with our conscience, because that's the authentic voice of God. And as you start to do these daily habits, you start to raise your awareness. You start to become aware of the vision that He placed in your heart and the reason why you are here. And then you can actually find fulfillment in this life. It's not going to come from anything outside of you. It's only going to come from within. So click the link in the description. Join us in the Higher Self community. DM me on Instagram at Michael Vincent Mindset. And we'll see you guys in the next one.